I am dedicated.
I am motivated.
I am determined.
I am not a quitter.
I have a good heart.
This may not be how you see me, but this is how I see myself. So many people try to tell my story to explain why I didn't finish high school or why I don't yet have a stable career. But the story is incomplete without my voice and the voices of others. So I decided to tell it the way I see it, the way we see ourselves. Millions of youth are dropping out of school each year. Many of them are young males of color. There are a lot of reasons why. Despite what some may think, very few of us are flunking out of school with bad grades. One of the biggest reasons we drop out is because we have to step up at home, either financially or to care for a member of the family. A lot of us don't drop out. We get pushed out, expelled, or suspended so many times that going back just didn't even seem to make sense. Many of us left because we didn't like school. We didn't feel like we were learning much, and the teachers and staff weren't supportive.
Well, ninth grade was like, you know how you fresh in high school. Ninth grade, yeah, everything going fine. You just, rolling through it, getting used to it. 10th grade year went fine. 11th grade year, basically fall school for me was, everything was like a smooth slate. It's just that I had distractions at home.
I started in the 9th grade. Grades were they was pretty good until I got to the 10th grade. Grades started slipping a little bit, started falling with the wrong people, and I actually ended up getting expelled from that school because of a situation with a dice game, and the school police officer sprayed everybody with mace, and it was an altercation, so everybody that was involved with the situation got expelled from that school, and I was one of the guys in Found Baltimore.
I was still in middle school and going to work right after school. I want to say making about $80 a week or whatnot. So I started working at the grocery store at 11 years old. My brother, who was a year older than me, had already been working in the store as a bagger, just bagging groceries at the age of 12. So I pretty much got in there because of him. Once I got right before high school, I want to say somewhere around 13 or 13. They actually offered me a full-time job, and that's when I started skipping school. So school wasn't really important for me at that given point. It was more about work, more about buying me stuff, things I never had when I was a little kid. So that's pretty much where it all started, seeing that I was making a good income. I want to say roughly about $300 a week.
I did go to college. I went for a semester, but I dropped out. At the age of 17, I was faced with one of the biggest challenges in my life. I was about to become a father at the age of 17. It was like a child being ready to be a father. And I did what I could, what every man should be doing today. I bowed down and took care of my son. I stepped up to the plate.
After dropping out, most of us try to find work. Sometimes you find a job, but it usually isn't something stable, and it definitely doesn't pay a whole lot of money. Those of us who can't find jobs just pass the time hanging out, playing sports, or at home. Being idle and broke takes its toll after a while, and so sometimes the street life looks like the only choice we have. But given another choice, we would all go a different way. At the end of the day, we want to finish school. We want jobs. We get tired of doing nothing. We want a better life. Sometimes it takes a caring adult, a neighbor, a mother, an uncle, a sister, to push us to do more. Other times, a single life event can be the force that moves us.
I have a 17-year-old brother, and I got a phone call about a year and a half ago saying that that he was to do 9 years in the penitentiary with grown men, and then I saw that decisions that he was making obviously wasn't good decisions, so I wasn't definitely going to make them decisions, so I had to do something different.
I was in the 9th grade. I just started my freshman year. I didn't have a job. I was skipping school to sell weed with a couple of friends of mine. And, you know, fortunately, the school, they picked up on it and they made a referral for truancy. And they also made a referral for the Youth Opportunity Program. That's where my mom brought me. And then they paired me with a youth development specialist who is still involved in my life to this day. And, you know, I just think that's when it was an eye-opener.
Well, it started with my mother. He had got diagnosed with an illness called anxiety and schizophrenia. And it was like he couldn't work no more. He lost his job. So it was like, where'd money come into that? It was like he took care of me all the way up to that point, trying to get back. And I was trying to get a job. I didn't just jump straight out there. I went looking for a job and stuff like that, but I'm 16, still in school. They ain't trying to hit it. Was at a tragic event that I had lost a family member. I nearly lost my mom. So it was like around about 10 o'clock, December 28th, that night. The dudes that came in, got robbed my uncle in the house, killed him and killed him. In my house, they shot my mother 4 times. It was like, that situation right there, time to give it up.
The friends that I know that I've kept with me that are graduating today with me at Yo Baltimore, and the other friends I've sad to say locked up, Hagerstown, Maryland, Baltimore City Jail. A lot of them not even breathing anymore. Didn't make it to see 19 years old.
To be honest, most of them did. Like, dead, locked up. Majority of them did. And that like made me change for real. Like, it woke me up.
The right environment, opportunity, and people who believe in us is all we need to take our lives in a completely different and more positive direction. Nobody wants to be unemployed or in a dead-end job. Nobody really wants to say they didn't finish high school or that they don't really have a skill or aren't good at any particular thing. We all want an opportunity to do more, to be more. For those of us who find a place to support us, where we can get connected to a program and caring individuals who all see our potential, well, it makes all the difference in the world.
They first actually had me as my advocate, Miss Johnson. But then they switched me to Mr. Simmons. And I felt it was a better fit for me because it's a male figure. And I never had a male figure all my life. So it was like, I had some guidance for it.
My first experience, me personally, me going anywhere, I'm going to have a feeling of disbelief because I haven't tried it yet for myself, but going through training and experiencing one-on-one with the counselors and such, they was a big help, a very big help.
Okay.
I just needed somewhere positive to go to accomplish my goals in the community. Didn't drop out of high school. I never had behavior problems. I'd never been arrested, and I would be a barber for a long time. And I think the program helped me accomplish my long and short-term goals.
He wanted to do something with my life. You know, Youth Opportunity kind of molded me, and I decided to go back to school.
I charge you to be like Harriet Tubman, to come back to your community and lift someone as you continue to climb. I charge you. And finally, because you're some of the smartest people in the world, I charge you to go forward and change the world.
We were once disconnected on a road leading to an uncertain future, but we didn't let our circumstances define who we are or limit where we wanted to be in life. Because of programs available in our communities, the support of caring adults who work there, and our own hard work, we are on our way to changing our lives for the better. So if you think you know who we are, take a closer look. Our transformation just might surprise you. We have our sights set on becoming electricians, counselors, mechanics, entrepreneurs, lawyers, engineers, and strong husbands and fathers. We believe that is possible. That's how we see ourselves.
We almost home, baby. The world is ours. Case alarm. Yeah. It's crazy. Take him home, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Bring it in. Yeah. We almost home, baby. The world is ours. Case alarm. Yeah. It's crazy. Take him home, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Bring it in. Yeah. We almost home, baby. The world is ours. Case alarm. Yeah. It's crazy. Take him home, baby. Let's go. Yeah.